You read through Jonah Boot's resume a little bit, and it's awfully impressive. He's a junior at Jonesville High School, averaged 209 per game over the regular season, All Cascades Conference Dream Team, Jackson Citizen Patriot Bowler of the Year, first team All-State, and on it goes. And he joins us tonight. Jonah, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Congratulations, great year.
Yeah, it's been a great year. Yeah.
So your team, take me through this now. Your team won the state last year in Division IV, and then they switched you out into Division III.
Mm-hmm.
So how is it different, jumping up that division?
Basically, the jump just makes us go from smaller schools to a little bit of a larger school, and we've got bigger schools, like we went from, the smaller schools, a little bit more schools, but a little harder division up in Division III.
Yeah, a little more challenging. You hear about it in basketball, football, all the sports sometimes when you're right on the borderline there. And for your school, it was how many students?
8. Made it up by 8 kids.
8 students, and you jump up a division. That's a good problem to have, and more kids the better, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Jonah Boot's had an incredible year bowling, and it's not over yet. He's got another opportunity coming up down in Joliet, Illinois. And why don't we talk about this right now, and then we'll hit it again at the end. You have a fundraiser coming up on Saturday at the Market House. Why don't you tell everybody about it?
Yeah, we got the event. Yep, it's basically a hot dog sale at Hillsdale Market House, and starts at around 11, and we're going to go until roughly whenever everything starts to calm down.
Mm-hmm.
Going to help fundraise for us to pay for my trip down there and all the expenses down there. So hopefully it'll be a good turnout.
Tell everybody what you're going to be doing down in Joliet.
It's a 2-day, basically 2.5 day camp per se, where a bunch of colleges come out and they look at us and they watch us bowl and they check out and see how well we're doing, along with ball reps and pros, and everybody comes out and checks us out and sees how well we do and what we can to improve our game. So we get ready for the collegiate level if we continue on there.
Awesome. And the great news for your coach, Mr. Molinaro, is you're just a junior, so you're going to be back again next year, and that's got to be exciting for you.
Oh, yeah. Really exciting. We've got a great team.
Talk a little bit, speaking with Jonah Boot here from Jonesville High School, talk a little bit about how you got involved in bowling in the first place.
I started on leagues at J. Lanes when I was about 8 years old, on a little kids league, throwing the ball, trying my hardest just to throw it as hard as I could. And, I wasn't great back then. I got a lot of coaching. Matt helped me out a lot as a kid. My mom coached bowling for a lot of years. My sister was in high school bowling. The whole family's involved in bowling. It just, was just there for me, and I just got better and better throughout the years.
You mentioned your mom was a coach. She's out in the lobby right now, and you can tell how proud she is of your development. I asked you out in the lobby, can you beat your mom? And there was a little bit of a dispute about that.
Yeah.
You say you can, right?
Oh yeah,
okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, she's
out there shaking her head, just violently shaking her head. No, but it is kind of fun that's a whole family thing, something you guys can enjoy together, right?
Mm-hmm. It's definitely enjoyable. It's something that my dad not that great at. My dad's not that good, but my mom is definitely better. So it's definitely a fun competition thing between all of us, whole family. So
for sure. And now, last year you guys won the state championship in Division IV as a team, and just kind of remind everybody. We talked to you guys last year a little bit about it, but just remind everybody of what it's like to win a state championship.
It's one of the best moments. It's one of the best moments of life. Just got to walk up there and just to see state title as like something that the bowling team did, a not very well represented team, in the school sports era and everything like that. And so it's definitely something that I'm very proud of, and the whole team and the whole school is actually quite proud of it. So
now, are they going to put right when you're coming into the city of Jonesville, the city of Jonesville, home of the 2014 state bowling champs?
Yeah, we've actually talked to them about that, but they said that they would do that.
Well, they should.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't you? You won a state championship. We're speaking with Jonah Boot from Jonesville High School. This year, you don't win the state championship. Talk a little bit about your tournament run and how it ended.
Oh, me personally, as
you or the team? Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so. As a team, we did really well. We did, having not many. We don't have any seniors on the team, so it's made up of 3 juniors, 3 freshmen, and 1 sophomore. So it's a pretty young team. So we're coming out pretty strong here, getting a 3rd place finish in Division III. Hopefully to get a 1st place next year, which would be really nice. And individually, I did quite well. Got 4th in the state. Made it in the match play, and I averaged 217 over the four games, and did quite well. Lost to the defending state champ and scored very well. We got first team All-State, so did well, very well over
You've
there.
bowled for a long time now competitively. You won a state championship last year. Do you still get nervous?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you still get nervous, no matter what. Like, as many times as you've bowled, you still get nervous. You come up there to throw your 7th race strike or going up for that win, you get pretty nervous.
Do you pay any attention to what score you need to make, or do you just try to knock every pin down that you can?
See, the answer that everybody looks for is, oh no, don't pay attention to your score, but it's always there.
It's in the back of your mind what you have to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jonah Boot from Jonesville High School joining us right now. He has a fundraiser coming up on Saturday at the Market House, and that starts at 11 o'clock to fund his trip to Joliet, Illinois for the TurboTech Collegiate Expo. Great opportunity for a nice young man from our community to continue to play sports. And you're not just a bowler. What else do you do at Jonesville?
I play football in the fall, and I've got baseball in the spring, and so I try to dabble in there. Some summer ball here and there.
3-sport athlete. You're not on the basketball team. You do bowling instead, and that's a neat alternative that Jonesville is able to offer. A lot of schools obviously wouldn't have that option, so good for Jonesville to have that for you. And you guys, your home lanes are L&J lanes, I would assume.
Yep.
So talk about practice. Do you go and just bowl at practice? Is there any drill work that you do? Or
we do some pretty heavy drill work. Like, we start off, we warm up a little bit. There's not much warming up you can do without a bowling ball. So, like, we'll go out there and we'll do a little bit of one-step drill, and we'll go back to picking up just 7s and 10s. Picking up spares is huge because the strikes don't win. It's what the spares that you get. You got to have those. So we practice a lot of that. We do some Baker games and we do some individual games, and then go off from there. So it's a pretty tasking job.
Do you have to run up and down the lane, conditioning and that sort of thing, like sprint work and cardio and that kind of thing?
As much as I'd like to sometimes, we don't necessarily do that, no.
I think you'd probably fall right on your face if you try to do that. Those things are really slippery on purpose, I understand. Your mom was telling me in the lobby, too. I don't know a lot about bowling. I've bowled and just for fun and that sort of thing, but everything that goes into it, she was talking about the way that the lane is constructed and the oiling and all the rest of it. There's so much to it that people never, ever think about, isn't there? Yeah,
there's a lot. Where you're placing the ball, how many revs you have, what oil pattern's out, how long it is, placement of this and that. And it's a lot of what goes into it. Like, being a lefty out there, I've got what they'd say an advantage. I of course have an advantage. Not many lefties out there. Not many people bowl on the left side of the lane, so on the right side of the lane a lot of the oil gets messed up and things like that gets drug down, and so it makes it a lot easier for me to have a consistent shot throughout the game and average. And
those other kids should learn to bowl lefty. It's not your fault.
Exactly.
What are you supposed to do? You're left-handed, for heaven's sakes. Jonah Boot, it's a great story. You've had an incredible season, obviously 3rd in the entire state. All of the accolades, Jackson Citizen Patriot Bowler of the Year, first team All-State. You're a real credit to your team, and I know Matt Molinaro, who, by the way, was the Division III Coach of the Year for girls bowling, and congratulations to Matt for that. The whole team's got to be proud of what you accomplished together and what you did individually. And if you'd like to help out Jonah, there's a real easy way to do it. It's on Saturday. If you think of it for lunch instead of worrying about making lunch or anything like that, just go over to the Market House and grab some hot dogs, and they're going to be doing that starting at 11 o'clock, and every dollar you spend with them on Saturday will help send Jonah Boot from Jonesville to Joliet, Illinois for the Tech Collegiate Expo, the TurboTech Collegiate Expo, which is coming up later on this summer, I'd imagine?
Yeah, in July.
Cool. Well, we wish you all the best with that. We hope you have a huge crowd at the Market House on Saturday, starting at 11 o'clock for that hot dog fundraiser. Congratulations, man. It's really exciting what you've accomplished this year.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Jonah Boot, young man from Jonesville who is just really getting started in his bowling career. You can tell that he's going to take it a long, long way. And, again, if you get a chance, stop by Saturday at the Market House at 11 o'clock for that hot dog fundraiser for Jonah Boot. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with the panel. A lot to talk about before Tiger Baseball at 6:40 here on the Time Out Show.